Mhm. Welcome to another virtual adult improv show with the LA Connection players. Today it's the 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time team. So if you want to follow this team, you just go to our YouTube channel, LAC Comedy on YouTube, and find Sunday at 3 p.m. You'll see all these guys in a variety of different shows. You can also see Kaylee in our Tuesday 6 p.m. long-form shows as well. I'm Ken Scove, the founding director of the LA Connection. We're in our 44th year of dishing out fine comedy improv. We're hoping to open our theater by the end of the century. Hopefully we'll open sometime this summer. So we're going to do a totally improvised show. We're live streaming into your homes or cell phones or wherever you may be watching us. We appreciate the chat is open. We love your comments. The cast loves your comments. We always read it to them at the end of the show. And what a show we have today. We're going to play a little game called Phobias. So Phobias is fears. We all have fears. Jeopardy, you know the game show. They're trying to replace the host. Maybe I can get that job today. Incredible Growing and Shrinking Machine, which is you'll see it when we get it. It's too hard to explain it now. Addictions. We all have addictions, so we have a little addiction meeting today. A game called Do-Over, which just sounds fun to listen to. And then Naked and Afraid. You got to stay for the whole show because that's our final piece today. Let's introduce our cast, starting with Jason. Amaria. Jennifer. Rachel. Kaylee. Clifton. And Alyssa. All right, we're going to jump right into the first game. It's Phobias. Now, the cast doesn't know what phobia I'm going to give them. I'm going to spontaneously give them what their fear is, and they have to just go along with whatever it is, and here we go. So let's bring them all up right now. Let's start off with Jason. Jason, I understand you have fears of toilets.
Absolutely.
When did that start? Mm-hmm.
It's hard to imagine a time when it didn't start. You don't start off sitting on toilets, Ken. You start off with a diaper. Toilets are gross. Completely gross. Especially public toilets.
Okay, so, all right, so now when you got out of your diapers, I'm assuming that was somewhere around three to four when most boys at that age get out of their diapers.
Yeah.
So you didn't go to toilets. What did you do after you stopped wearing diapers?
The misconception you're having is when you say, when I got out of diapers. That's a discussion that we need to have. Why is that such a point of shame, being in diapers? It's your own filth. You don't have to deal with the filth that transfers from one person to another on a public toilet, or even toilet in your home. You're not the only person using it. I don't think there's anything wrong with being in a diaper to be extra safe.
Okay. So it's kind of weird when you were like in college or even high school or grammar school. When you needed to go to the bathroom, you just continued to wear diapers and then people would smell you.
I was also keeping them safe. You know how people say you don't wear a mask for yourself, you wear it to protect others. That's part of what I was doing, even at that age. I use a diaper to protect others as well. And it's it respects time. In this short conversation, Ken, I've got number one twice.
Wow. Okay, I didn't want to know that. So you look at the diaper as a butt mask.
That is a great way of putting it. It absolutely is, and it's a butt mask, not for a once in a lifetime pandemic. It's your whole life. Your whole life, you're protecting others. It's pretty altruistic, Kent.
Well, you can call it whatever you want. I think it's shameful. But anyway, let's move on to Amaria. So Amaria, I understand you have a fear of utensils. You don't use any utensils to eat with?
Oh, hell no. Are you kidding me? Hands always. Psh, utensils are gross. Come on. Other people touch them. Okay. And you don't know where they've been. And then they touch the food. And also it's just a sloppy mess. You know what I mean? I like to know. I'd like to be in full control. You know what I mean? With these clampers. God gave you two hands. I mean, you got to use them.
Okay. So how would you eat spaghetti?
Well, first of all, well, this is actually a gift of mine. I don't even need to use my hands. I just bring the plate up to my mouth and I just kind of, suck it in, like that. Yeah. I mean, it kind of wiggles around a little bit, but I've practiced enough to know exactly, how to
Well, I can
retrieve
see
it in
some
my
foods
face.
like,
So,
pizza, hot dogs, hamburgers,
mm-hmm.
appetizer type food, but I would think that, and I guess you can hold the bowl of soup, so I can understand that, but
Oh yeah.
messy foods like the pastas or, like certain types of potatoes, I would think they'd be a little difficult to eat, like mashed potatoes with hands.
You know what? Here's the thing, and I just said it before. Sometimes you don't even need to use your hands. Like if there isn't a napkin around, I don't even have to worry about it. But some I like to lick my hands too, so it's fine. But I could just like put my face in it, face first, into it, dive into it, get it done. No shame. Come on. We
There is,
cavemen didn't have utensils, all right? They aren't needed.
okay, so you're a cave woman now, okay.
Yeah.
So, you've been kicked out of a number of restaurants because of this behavior. Do you want to address that?
Yeah, Olive Garden is a bitch, okay? It's ridiculous.
Okay. Olive Garden.
Okay, like,
Yeah,
oh
maybe
my
you don't need to
gosh.
go back in there. Mhm.
Yeah, well, of course I'm not going to. First of all, they had a problem with me eating the spaghetti the way I want to eat my freaking spaghetti. They were like, "You're getting marinara sauce all over the place." I'm like, "Hey, you know what? I paid to be here. Let me eat my food the way I want to eat it."
Okay.
Every time I
All
see
right.
utensils, they just make me a little, like, and I'm just like, "Get away from me. I know what I'm doing."
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, all right. Let's move on now. Let's go over to, I think it's Jennifer's next, if I can see. Yeah, there. Let's go to Jennifer. Okay. So, Jennifer, your fear is windows, which is weird. I mean, you don't
Yeah.
like windows?
Yeah. It's it started when I had to jump through one when I was younger. The building caught on fire and they said that the only way to survive is to go through that window. And I was like, wow, guys, it's a lot. So I've tried to avoid windows ever since.
Okay. So, you don't open windows, you don't look
Oh
through
God.
windows, you keep your curtains closed. I mean, you never can see a window.
Yeah, I actually always only use Mac 2 products. I don't want anything resembling
Oh.
the W word.
So, even Windows computers you don't use. I see.
Mhm.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So, now there's a story in your neighborhood you've boarded up all the windows in your house.
You're welcome. Yes, of course I did. Just trying to save people. Maybe if
Well, but
everybody
you live on the
boarded up
first
their
floor. I mean, you live on the first floor. You could just open the door and run out if your house was on fire. I understand you were on the third floor when you jumped out the window. I can understand that fear. But this is a first floor place now, and you boarded up all the windows. And a lot of the people in the neighborhood are complaining that you're making the place look terrible.
I can't. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? We all know that. So if shutting up some W's is hard for people to see,
Hmm.
what can I say? I'm helping them.
Well, you went on a date with a gentleman who took you window shopping and you broke all the windows.
I did. I did. Sometimes I like to bring an axe with me
Oh my
in
God.
case there's a window, and I'd rather see just like an empty space rather than like glass and panes and things like that, because actually that's what it
Right.
causes me, pain.
Yeah. So I understand that's why you drive a moped instead of getting a car where there's a window in a car.
Yeah, and I took out that little plastic shield thing in front when they offered it to me, and I was like, look, I know what I want. I don't need your pseudo protection.
Okay. Well, I've never seen anybody who has a fear of windows, but I can understand your fear. Let's go over to, I think it's Rachel is next. Is it Rachel? Yes, Rachel. Okay. So, Rachel, I understand you have a fear of sidewalks.
That's correct. Yeah.
When did this start?
Well, I was constantly going for summers. I grew up in the city, but for summers I would visit my cousins in Tennessee. And there are lots of roads that do not have sidewalks. And I found them very comforting, very cushy under my feet. And when I came back to the city, I noticed that I seemed to be getting shin splints. And, I know a lot of people who have feet issues and shin issues. And I'm like, wait a second, this is a conspiracy. They're trying to hospitalize everybody one shin at a time. I don't like these sidewalks. And I think that we should be on grass most of the time, Yeah.
Well, sometimes city streets have sidewalks and they have the street, and apparently you've been caught walking in the street a number of times and been issued citations for that because of your sidewalk fears.
That's correct. And I am fighting those to the end. Granite is a completely different element than concrete. I really don't want to get into the schematics of it all. I just know that with grass, your feet are comforted, they're cushy. Why do you think people go to yoga? Sidewalks are the opposite of yoga for your feet. Grass is yoga for your feet. Foot yoga. Foot yoga.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel when you walk on a sidewalk? Do you feel safe?
I feel fine.
Your feet feel
I feel very safe.
Well, I think
I feel just wonderful.
I think that you've been drinking the Kool-Aid. That's all.
Mm-hmm. So you think we should rip up all the sidewalks everywhere?
Well, you tell me. There's all kinds of. What? There's gum. There's coffee drink spillage, baby urine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really want to deal with that on a daily basis. So why do people take their shoes off when you come to people's houses? Why do they say, please take your shoes off? Because you've been on this sidewalk. So yeah.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Just so you know, there's also baby urine and coffee and other stains in regular streets as well.
That is a scam.
Okay.
That's a scam.
Okay. That's a scam. Okay.
Yeah, it is.
All right. Okay, well, maybe I won't walk on sidewalks anymore. Thank you. My shins are not feeling too well. Let's move over now to Kaylee. Kaylee, so this is weird. Keys. You have a phobia of keys?
It's mighty inconvenient. I'll tell you that. It's mighty inconvenient. It's worked out so far because most places that I need a key, I've been able to rig it so that I can just use my thumbprint, my fingerprint, I guess. Other times it's more inconvenient, like bike locks. I've always gotten my bike stolen because they don't do thumbprint locks for bikes. So I lost a lot of bikes. Sheds, never been able to own a shed because I put stuff in it, can't lock it up because I can't have the keys, so it's not an easy one, but I manage. I manage. Yeah.
Well, I understand you changed the majority of your locks to key codes.
Yeah, key codes, it gets a little jumbled though. They tell you not to use the same password for everything. I learned that the hard way on the internet, but key codes, you start with 1, 2, close one, Kat. I almost told you my passwords. You almost got me. That was close.
Yeah. Well, okay. I don't know if I'd want to go inside anything you own, but now what about driving? How do you drive? I know they have new modern cars now where you can push a button and sometimes it will turn on without a key.
Yeah.
How do you get around without keys?
I'm gonna be honest. I use a lot of taxis. I had a car. Didn't keep that for too long. Couldn't, touch the key. Couldn't get out of the lot at the dealership. But buses, taxis. I, always ask my mom for a ride. She's pretty reliable. Will give me a ride whenever I plan it out a couple days in advance. Other than that, I don't get out.
How do you feel? Well, hold on a second. How do you feel when you're in the car with your mother and she's got keys dangling from the ignition?
I have to sit in the back seat. It's gross.
I see.
She's got little chains too that she puts with them. It's gross. It's gross. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to move on. Let's move on to Clifton. Clifton, you have a fear of cows?
Yeah. I it's kind of hard to deal with. There's just so many cows in media. You don't really notice until they start to terrify you. I got kicked by somebody in a cow suit after I got tripped at a state fair once, and I just can't deal with cows anymore.
I understand you don't have anything leather in your house.
Not particularly, but that's more the texture. I mean, it's the living cows that get me. And you should see me trying to walk through the dairy section at the supermarket. Oh gosh. Oh, I usually break down in tears. It's bad.
Now, someone says they saw you at the last year's July 4th barbecue and you were eating steak. So
Well, yeah,
you don't have a problem
dead
eating
cow.
cows.
Yeah, it's
Dead cows, okay.
It's not gonna hurt you unless you go into the whole carcinogen thing, but still, it's it can't hurt you if it's already dead. Much like people, if they're dead, they can't hurt. This whole thing. I don't want to get into that.
Now, when you were went to assembly, not assembly, but like a school field trip when you were younger, and they started milking a cow, and apparently someone got milk in your eye.
Yeah, that was pretty bad too. I've always said I'm lactose intolerant, but that's just so I don't have to be around milk. It's just the udders are weird. Like I understand it's a mammalian thing, but it's 4 on 1. It's weird.
Okay. All right. Well, sorry I brought that back up with you. Let's go to Alyssa now, our final phobia person here today. And you have a fear of mailboxes, which is weird. I mean, why would you have a fear of a mailbox?
Well, one time when I was like 6, I was taking a walk, and the flap on the mailbox just, it opened up.
It started talking to you? You think it was a haunted mailbox?
I was just walking with my mom, and the thing where you put the mail opened, and it was scary. And I don't know how you wouldn't be scared of that. Like, is the mailbox living?
So you're saying your mother pushed the flap to put something in a mail slot? Is that what freaked you out, or did the mail slot move on its own?
It moved on its own, and I don't know whether it was because it was windy or just, I don't know. It was a full mailbox, and it should stay shut, especially while I'm walking by. I don't know why it had to do it while I was walking by. And it just, I don't, how could you not be scared of that? It seems like it was on purpose.
Yeah, well, I can see where you don't even like to go to go pick up your mail because you don't have a P.O. box. You can't, if someone delivers your mail into your mailbox, you have to have someone else go out and get your mail.
Yeah, it's like a DoorDash thing. They go get it for me.
There's MailDash.
I can't get it. Yeah, I'm not.
Wow.
I'm not going out there. I'm not risking my life for that stupid little thing at the end of my driveway. I could have died that day, and I'm not doing that again.
Well, I also understand you were petitioning your neighborhood to remove all the mailboxes in your neighborhood, and you got a little bit of blowback from that.
Yeah, and again, I'm trying to protect everyone. I was 6 when this happened. People don't want their 6-year-olds to get injured from a mailbox. If I was any closer, that could have hit me in the head. I could have been concussed. You don't know what could have happened, okay? This could have killed me. Mailboxes should be done. Everything should be emailed by now.
Okay. Well, listen, I hope I've helped some of you guys. Your phobias are very, very deep. And, maybe we'll see you all in a month and see if we can work some of this stuff out. And Amaria, I just want to let you know, I got a letter from Olive Garden while we were on the air here, and they said that now it's nationwide ban. You can't go to any Olive Gardens anywhere in the country. And they're thinking about going international as well. So I just want to thank you all for playing with us. Jason, your diaper's starting to smell a little, so maybe you might want to go change that. And thank you for playing Phobias. We're moving on now to Jeopardy. So everybody will be minimizing, except for our 3 Jeopardy players. If you want to minimize and come back in character, we have Clifton, Rachel, and Alyssa will be playing this game today. And we're very excited to have all 3 of them on the show today. You've seen Jeopardy. They're constantly having new guest hosts, so I decided I'd try it today and see if I could take Alex Trebek's spot, although I don't think anybody could be as good as Alex. But our returning champion, Rachel, tell us a little about yourself, maybe where you're from and what do you do for a living?
Well, I'm from Kansas City, and I love to collect stamps. And what I do for a living is highly classified and slightly toxic. So let's just say I'm in the waste management business.
Okay, let's just say that for the show today. Okay, let's move on to Alyssa. Tell us a little about yourself and where you're from and what do you do?
I'm from Los Angeles, and I live with my parents because they like do things for me and like buy me things, and that's like my job, just living in there and like shopping.
Okay, like most older kids today live with their parents. Okay, and Clifton, tell us a little about yourself.
Hi, I'm from McMinnville, Tennessee, and this is my first time coming to the big city. And boy, you guys have a lot of cars around here. It's kind of freaky.
Okay. Disclaimer, we didn't screen these people before the show today. Okay, so Rachel, you're our returning champion. The categories are celebrities, TV, transportation, or fast food. You have the board. Pick what you'd like.
TV.
TV, okay. Friends, the popular show Friends. Just buzz in if you have an answer.
Zing.
Rachel, go ahead, Rachel.
What is the most non-diverse television show that ever got multiple awards?
That is correct. It's not very diverse. That's very good. Rachel, go ahead and pick a category again. Celebs, TV, transportation, or fast food?
Transportation, please.
Uber.
Buzz.
Okay, Clifton.
What is an application that does not work on the phone I have?
No, that's not what we're looking for. Alyssa.
As my mom pays for it.
Can you phrase that in a question?
What? My mom pays for it.
Okay, close enough. Wow, you would stay home. Don't move out. Okay, all right. Celebs, TV, transportation, or fast food?
Food.
Fast food. Okay, Whopper.
Zing.
Whopper. Rachel.
What is what you get when I don't get my money on time?
That's true. You get whopped. That makes a lot of sense. You seem to be a very angry person in waste management. Okay, celebrity, TV, transportation, or fast food. Which category would you like, Rachel?
Celebrities.
Celebrities. Justin Bieber.
Bing.
Baby.
Okay, Alyssa.
He is so hot.
No, you didn't phrase it in a question. That's ridiculous. Okay, I'm not sure if you're doing online school. You better go back. Clifton, go ahead.
Who is that nice little boy from Canada?
That's it. That is exactly the nice little boy from Canada. He is short. Okay, Clifton. Celebs, TV, transportation, or fast food?
I'll take celebrities.
Celebrities. Kim Kardashian.
Zing.
Rachel.
What is one of the fakest bottoms at the top?
I think you got it there. The fakest bottom at the top. Okay, we had to have the fakest bottom at the top. It had to be with that. Yes, Rachel, you've got the board. We're now in double jeopardy. Celebs, TV, transportation, or fast food?
Transportation.
Okay, transportation. Moped.
Beep.
Moped. Okay, Clifton.
Beep. What's the most advanced form of transportation I ever saw when I was 12?
That's true. In your case, that's the right answer. Okay, you got the board, Clifton. You got some money now. Celebs, TV, transportation, or fast food?
Give me fast food.
Okay, McFlurry.
Zing!
Alyssa. Alyssa
What
got it
is a
just
Mc-
before Rachel.
What is a McFlurry?
Okay, well, we have to say yes to something you said. Okay, go ahead. You've got the board, Alyssa. What is a McFlurry? What is a McFlurry? Okay, she just repeats it. Good enough for me. Okay, celebs, TV, transportation, or fast food. Go ahead, Alyssa.
TV.
TV. Okay, the NCIS series. NCIS series.
Beep, beep, beep.
Okay, Clifton.
What is the best show that my grandparents watch?
No, we're not looking. We don't. Your grandparents are the only people watching that show. Okay. Anybody else want to buzz in? Okay, Rachel.
What is the National Children's Institution of Stupidity, Alyssa?
That is correct. That is correct. She's not going to understand what you just said, Rachel, just so you understand. That was way over her head. Okay, pick a category. Celebs, TV, transportation, or fast food?
Fast food.
Fast food. The Big Mac. Big
Beep,
Mac.
beep, 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 beep.
Yes, Clifton.
What is has
That's correct,
all
Clifton.
the-
We'll take that. No, we'll take that no matter what you say. I'm going to give it to you just because we need to give you something, okay? All right, Clifton, go ahead. This is the last one in Double Jeopardy. Then we're going to go to Final Jeopardy. Celebs, TV, transportation, fast food.
is celebs.
Celebs, okay. Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise.
Zing.
Rachel.
Who's my main guy when I gotta get the heck out of Dodge, if you know what I mean?
No, that's not what we're looking for. Okay.
Beep, 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 beep.
Alyssa.
Who he drives a cruise ship?
That's correct. He drives a cruise ship. Tom Cruise, that's how he got his name. He drives a cruise ship. All right, now we're ready for Final Jeopardy. Ball pit. Okay, ball pit is the answer. I need you to form it into a question. Ball pit, where kids jump at Chuck E. Cheese, all the little balls, ball pit. Okay. For adults, it could be a mosh pit, but we'll call it a ball pit. Okay. Okay, Alyssa, you're in last place. I could see that coming. Ball pit, go ahead.
What is balls in a pit?
Okay, okay. Clifton.
What is where me and my cousins first caught chicken pox?
Okay, and Rachel.
What is the official title of where all ping pong balls go to die?
No, it was Clifton. You have the right one. That is exactly a chickenpox spreader, and you are correct. You're our grand prize winner. I'm sorry, Rachel. We have some waste baskets you can bring to your waste management company. And Alyssa, we have a brain given to you by the Wizard of Oz. Thanks for watching Jeopardy! Okay, now we're going to move on to Incredible Growing and Shrinking Machine. Thank you, three of you. It's okay, Alyssa. You'll be all right. Okay, Incredible Growing and Shrinking. Alyssa gets to come back for this, so she'll definitely be all right. So let's bring out Kaylee, Jason, Jennifer, Amaria, and Alyssa. Let's get you all out here, please, so you can get your suggestions. And look at Alyssa. She's so much smarter. She's got a brain now. Let's see that she's getting her brains in from the wizard. Okay, so here's what we got. Kaylee's going to come in first, and she's going to be an influencer. And she could be a YouTube influencer, whatever she wants to be about. That is her choice, and she'll be coming in first. Then when Jason comes in, we're going to turn it into a blind date. And it'll be somewhere in the early stages of the blind date. And she is no longer an influencer. She's now changed her character to be on the blind date. Then coming in third is going to be Jennifer. And she's going to be their life coach. So whether they're a couple or siblings or however she wants to make them, she will now be the life coach of Kaylee and Jason and has nothing to do with the blind date characters or the influencer. Now they moved on to new characters. Then we're going to come in with a neighborhood watch meeting with Amaria. Okay, so Amaria is going to be running the neighborhood watch meeting, and she'll be telling us what's going on in that neighborhood. Now they have all new characters again, followed up by Alyssa, who's going to an AA meeting or running the AA meeting, or maybe she's joining AA for the first time. That's her choice, but her subject matter will be the AA meeting. So once we get to the pinnacle, the 5th one with the AA meeting, then we start peeling off. That's where the shrinking. See, we just grew, and now we're going to shrink back. So Alyssa leaves, and we go back to the neighborhood watch meeting later in the meeting, or it could be a week later, or 2 weeks later. Maybe they found out who the thief in the neighborhood is. That's up to Amaria to decide. And then we go back to the life coach, maybe the last part of their meeting. Then we go back to the blind date, maybe the end of the blind date. And then we go back to the influencer and her final words about her subject matter. So everybody knows what they're doing now. We're all going to minimize ourselves. Kaylee is going to be out here by herself. And this is called the Incredible Growing and Shrinking Machine. Oh, unmute.
Technical difficulties. Welcome to Kaylee's channel. Today, very big day, viewers at home. We are going to open my mom's mail. So it says on my mom's mail, important. I wonder what's inside. Let's find out. Mail. We just got a letter. Wonder what's inside. Okay, so far just like a lot of papers, no credit cards. That's annoying. And action required. Foreclosure. I don't really know what these words mean.
Hey, so it's something different. I thought I hope you like it, this retro arcade to meet up for the first time.
Yeah. I love arcades, so I'm really thankful that you you heard me say that and you brought me to this arcade. Just one question though, are we allowed to be here? I mean, there seems to be a lot of kids. We're the only people drinking.
Well, that's why I brought my own booze, right?
Yeah.
No, we're fine.
Creative guy.
Plus, I mean, no more waiting in line for the arcade. You're not putting a quarter up there waiting for the kid to get out of the way. You just move. It's all yours, girl. Now,
thank you.
Back in the day, I used to be a little competitive with video games, but this is all just for fun, right?
Yeah, and this is perfect because I hate kids, so.
Yes.
Who is pumped? You look like you're about to start your new life.
Can't you tell I'm so excited?
I'm ready.
I can tell some sarcasm, but I know we're going to flip that around, and it's going to be a genuine smile right after.
Okay.
I'm so ready. I've tried so hard, so many times to get my business going.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really in debt. And I've been evicted. But your program at only $200 a month seems like a fantastic idea.
It does. Yeah, we already.
You guys, I am sorry. I'm so glad that you came here today. I'm supposing you guys have all heard about Joey slipping on the Twinkie and breaking his arm.
Is that excusable?
On Main Street. Okay, we've got to do something about these Twinkies. Someone is stealing all the Twinkies at the gas stations, and they are just loading the streets with all these Twinkies. And when the rain comes, when cars come by, they smush the Twinkies, and our children are suffering. Okay, our children. Yes, our children are suffering. We need to do something about it.
Enough is enough.
Right? So I just, I want to just pick your guys' brains. How, anybody seeing anything? Or is there any clues that anyone has been? I think we should all.
A lot of twinks in this neighborhood.
I know. We need to all get some binoculars.
Yeah.
And just really need to stay up all night. I think we should take shifts.
I'll take the night.
Neighborhood watch. Neighborhood watch doesn't just mean we watch. It means we stalk. We stalk these neighborhoods. We protect these neighborhoods. We are the kings and queens of our jungle, okay? Without us, these children are going to...
What do you guys think this AA meeting is going to be about, huh?
You smell like liquor. You're not supposed to bring liquor here.
What do you mean?
Triggering.
Yeah, we're kind of all struggling with this, Alyssa. Could you be a little bit more like, I don't know.
Bring enough for everyone. Don't bring it.
Aren't you guys crabby? At least I got this thing for you.
How did you bring that past the security? What are you doing?
I put it in my shirt.
This is unregulated. This is unregulated.
Just make sure to eat
No.
enough donuts, okay? So you don't end up like plastered throughout the entire meeting, all right?
Okay.
Or we're just gonna let her drink then, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not comfortable with this. I'm not
Me neither.
comfortable.
Well, then you guys should leave because you're
We should
not
leave.
fun.
She should leave.
She
We
should
should
I
not
should leave.
Yeah.
Should we vote?
I think that's
We should-
kind of rude. Oh, what?
trying
Are
to
we
get
gonna?
custody of my kids back, Alyssa.
Are we doing Survivor now? Or are we gonna vote?
Listen, why are you
Relax.
here if
The
you don't
last-
want to change? I don't understand.
I vote for her to go if that's the case.
Well, I have a hidden immunity idol. It's a heart for you guys.
It's not a heart. That's a shot glass, Alyssa. Get out of here.
Bucket, give me a drink. Bucket,
So
give me a
what?
drink.
You're
Give me a
not
drink.
Jason.
No, Jason.
I'm in.
No,
I'm in.
Jason.
No,
No, Jason, no, you got
Jason!
no, you gotta stand strong.
It wasn't
Jason.
booze that made me destroy that entire building. It was not. Give me the god.
Jason!
Jason.
No.
Jason!
I'm so strong. Get her out of
Alyssa,
here.
Fine, I'm leaving!
Go. There's the door.
Okay, you guys.
No twinks.
I know. So I actually I slipped onto the Twinkies and I'm a little bit yeah, as you can see from last week, my leg is broken. That's why I'm in a wheelchair. Turns out it was actually my my son who was stealing all the Twinkies.
Oh, that is
I'm-
so typical.
I know, and
I
because
said
of
so
this,
typical.
I feel like I can no longer be the president of the neighborhood watch because I was
It's gonna
indirectly
be more than that,
involved
Amaria.
by giving him allowance and he used it to not only buy Twinkies but steal them and then put them on the way. So I'm just going to I'm going to leave this meeting and let you guys
No.
okay, I can't do it. I can't do it, you guys. I'll have to. I'm gonna go back after my sabbatical and I will just reevaluate
Take
this.
your whole
I'm going to.
Okay, so I ran your credit card and I ran your credit card. I had to run it a couple times, Jason, because it wasn't going through. But then what I did is I called them and I gave you an advancement. Who knew that I could do that for you? So you have a little bit of credit left.
Oh my
that I
god,
have.
thank you so much. Thank you
You're
so
welcome.
much.
See, your life is changing. And I want to tell you guys, nothing changes if nothing changes. Write that one down.
Are you going to tell my doctor that I'm here?
True. That's so true.
Uh,
How did I think of that?
Because I either have to go to rehab or do this, but I just want to make sure you're gonna contact my doctor.
yes, of course. It's all clinical and approved. And this is a legitimate life coaching business, totally regulated by the state. So who's pumped?
Do we get food?
Or
It-
pills.
It's been a little while.
Should probably go get us some pills.
Yeah. Yep. I'm gonna go. I'll get you guys pills right now.
Give me pills!
Bye. I'll see you guys next week after I run your credit cards again.
Oh, okay. You're cheating.
So, yeah. Turns out when you tell kids that you hate them, they don't try really hard to keep up the charade of winning you tickets and giving them to you. I would have thought. Not me.
It's funny how honesty just doesn't pay.
It
You know what I mean?
is probably what's going to keep us together after this date.
And I would just appreciate it too and I get it. You hate kids. I'm with you right there.
Hate them.
If you didn't, cheat at the video games as well.
So you're telling me cheating is going to make you mad, but earlier when I knocked out that kid, that was fine?
Yeah, that's not my kid. Okay,
Well, you know what? Frig you and your cheating then.
fine.
Leave me to my cheating.
Fine.
I'll
That's
just
how
be
you
over here.
Yeah,
cheating
fine.
with the beer.
cheat, yell at the kids. It's fine.
So, as it turns out, I guess my mom didn't tell me this, but I don't know, we have to like get out of our house, which includes the studio. So this is one adventure that I guess I'm not going to be able to take you guys on, but until, I find a new studio, or maybe my mom finds a new studio and I can move in with her. Till then, sayonara, guys. Kaylee, signing out.
And that was Incredible Growing and Shrinking Machine. Well played out by our cast. Now let's go on to addictions. We have Clifton, Rachel, Alyssa, Kaylee, and Jason all have addictions. And they don't know what addiction I'm going to give them. And they're going to tell us why they're addicted to it. So let's just start out with Rachel. So Rachel, I understand that you make out with your car?
Oh. Are you talking about LaToya, my Toyota?
Yeah. Why would you make out with a car?
Well, first of all, cars are extremely reliable, if you know what I mean. And when they need help and attention, and you give them the help and attention that they need, like let's say they need a little lubricant like oil, or maybe they need another lubricant on their dashboard. Sometimes they need air. They just need to breathe air into their tires, and you give them that help, and they're so appreciative. They just keep doing whatever you ask as long as you give them what you need. It's not like humans, you know what I mean? Humans are like not like that, you know?
Yeah. I understand you send out wedding invitations to your friends, over 200 people to attend the wedding of you and your car.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we're going to have the wedding. We were going to have it at Pep Boys, but they're kind of pricey. So we thought maybe we'll have it at, just the neighborhood oil change guy. He's been a really big supporter of our love and our commitment and our relationship.
Okay, well, good luck with that addiction with your car. Let's move over to.
Thank you.
Let's go to. Thank you. Let's go to Jason right now. So Jason, I'm not going to give you this because one of them was wearing diapers, but you're already doing that. So do you like to fart in elevators? Fart in elevators. That's a strange addiction, to actually go from town to town and fart in different elevators.
It's primal. It's marking territory, Kent. It's establishing dominance. It's how you know. It's getting back in touch.
Well, apparently you did it on every floor of the Empire State Building once.
It's because it's my building. Now everybody knows it. Every single person
and
knows
apparently
it's my territory.
Yeah, the Transamerica Pyramid in San Francisco, you stopped and pushed the emergency stop on the elevator halfway through and just began to rip them.
Someone is giving me the mad dog look. Gonna show them who the alpha is. Me.
Mm-hmm.
No one put up a fight. They knew to back down.
Now, I understand also you go into empty elevators, you rip a big one, and then you stand outside and then watch everybody go into the elevator and start laughing at them.
Yeah. No, they figure it out pretty quick. My house. My house.
Okay.
They're free to rip one in there and challenge me. Guess what? Hasn't happened yet. Tells me one thing, confirms one thing, the only thing, Ken, alpha. 2 words,
okay.
Alpha.
Well, I'm not sure if farting in an elevator makes you the alpha, but if that makes you feel better, go ahead. I'm not going to be going near any of your elevators. Let's move on to the next one. Let's go to Alyssa. So Alyssa, I understand you like to lick frozen poles.
Yes, I love licking frozen poles. When I was younger, I just loved, like, when I would get brain freeze, and like licking frozen poles is just like my go-to for it. I actually have a pole in my freezer that I like to do, and like when my tongue gets stuck, I just feel really connected to it. I just feel connected to something for once.
Well, yeah, but then if you try and pull off too quick, it rips out part of your tongue. That seems to be somewhat of a masochist.
No, that's like the fun part of it. Have you ever gone on a roller coaster and you were scared at first? You just got to do it. Rip off that Band-Aid, rip off that tongue.
Right.
Do I need to send you a pole in the mail?
What is the longest time you've actually been attached to a frozen pole?
Probably about 2.5 days.
Oh my God. So you
I
didn't
know,
eat
I
or
was
sleep
like-
for 2.5 days?
I mean, you could still eat and sleep. You just gotta like go around the pole. Well, eating, you have to go around the pole, and you can just like.
Yeah. Maybe smoothies or liquid stuff.
Not that
Okay,
hard.
let's move over to Clifton. Clifton, oh boy. So, Clifton, you like to be stung by bees.
Yes, it's something that it lets you feel alive, and it's a little pinprick, but it lasts for so long afterward, and also helped me realize I was allergic to epinephrine. So
I'm not sure what
there's
you just
that.
said there, but I understand you walked into a beehive naked.
Yeah, that wasn't my best moment. First, it was a big beehive, so I should have known there was like 17 million bees in it. And second, left me with kind of a droopiness on my left side here, so it had caused some pain.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes,
It might be, maybe you're having a stroke.
it's what has been said, possibly that all the bee venom has caused some kind of like an embolism in my brain, but I enjoy it. I find it's a fun thing to do, and
Okay. Well, you're quite a character. Let me move on to the last addiction, Kaylee. Kaylee, understand you with tweezers will pull out any hair anywhere on your body except for on your head.
Yeah. Not because I like the feeling so much as I'm scared of the hair. I'm actually in remission. You can see I've got quite bushy brows at the moment, just because mostly I'm not allowed to buy them in my county. They put my poster up at the drugstore. They know, they see me come with tweezers. I can't buy them, so I've been pretty
Well,
good.
speaking of the drugstore, I understood that one of the person who was trying to help you with some of the makeup, you wouldn't buy the makeup unless she allowed you to pluck every hair on her body except for her head.
She just had this weird thing going where instead of like growing out and then with the flow, each of them individually were kind of doing their own thing. And I thought, I could see myself just one by one. Let's do this roller coaster together, sweetheart. Let's go. Come on. And she was like, I don't know, 17. So I got called a creep, and I'm not allowed at that one anymore. But what are you going to do? They still have Walmart.
Yeah, they have Walmart. Well, maybe you guys can all go to Walmart together and celebrate your addictions. This has been Addiction. I hope that you at home can get over your own personal addictions. Thank all 5 of you. Let's bring on our do-over cast, okay? This is going to be Jennifer and Amaria. Every time I say the word do-over, they have to rephrase the sentence or the noun in the sentence until I say nothing. So the 2 of you, you're at a flea market. There's so many things you can buy at a flea market. We have one out here in Pasadena at the Rose Bowl. It's fantastic every year, so you can be at a flea market anywhere in the world. We'll start with Jennifer.
Oh my goodness, have you seen the jams? There's so many jams. I think I'm going to try the Lincolnberry today.
Do over.
I think I'm going to try the raspberry this afternoon.
Do over.
I think I'm going to try the lemon custard this morning.
Wow. Yeah, I'm so glad you took me on this tour with you, because I'm not British, so I have no idea what any of this stuff is.
Do over.
Yeah. So I have no idea where I am.
Do over.
I have no idea who my parents are. And I'm really glad I had this like one-on-one hangout time with you, so I could just like try to pick your brain if you know, because I heard that you have a background in this kind of stuff of like PI and all this,
I do. I specialize in finding parents of all ages, and I think I can help you. I have some leads. I brought
Do over.
I have a background in bird calling. And so
Do-over.
I think I have a background in paramilitary style combat. And I think that I could find your parents that way.
Oh my gosh. I'm so excited. I think that's a really good idea. I actually brought something for that.
Oh my wonderful, great.
Yeah, I totally brought this because I feel like it would totally help
Do-over.
us. You said, I totally brought this because I feel like it would help us
Do-over.
in case we get hungry. I totally brought these in case we like fall and get a boober or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, they have different colors and oh, there's some drugs in here. Never mind. I should
Do-over.
probably put these away. Oh,
Do-over.
there's some pretzels in here actually. I can just sneak
Do-over.
these. Oh, there's some money in here. What? I forgot I put $200 in here, man. I'm gonna sneak this in my bra. So you can just...
We're going to need that for sure.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to direct you towards the antiques. They look like
Do-over.
normal. I wanted to direct you towards the organic kale and other green collards.
Do-over.
Oh.
I wanted to direct you over to the popcorn lady. She's not really a popcorn lady. She
All right,
has
that's do-over. Good job. You guys stay out here. Let's bring the whole cast out for our final game called Naked and Afraid. You've seen it on TV. They're going to play it here in 3 rounds. Okay, so I'll tell you how we're going to play it in just a second. But first of all, our first team is Clifton and Kaylee. Okay, so Clifton, you're accident prone and you're neurotic. Okay, accident prone, neurotic. Okay, so you can minimize yourself and get into character. Kaylee, who will be your partner. Kaylee, you're delusional and bipolar. Okay, delusional and bipolar. Okay, our second team is Jason and Rachel. So Rachel, you have anger issues. Anger issues, okay? And Jason, you're a know-it-all asshole. Okay? That's a fun team. Go ahead. You guys can minimize yourself and get into character, okay? Our final team is Amaria and Jennifer, but Alyssa, who lost her partner, has to join that team. So you'll see that in scene number 1. And Alyssa is a psycho. She's a psycho. Okay, Jennifer, you're mothering and overly emotional. So you're like a mother character and overly emotional. Amaria, you're a clean freak and you're obsessed. Okay? So go ahead and minimize yourself. Okay, so before I bring out team 1, if you've never seen Naked and Afraid, they show it over a period of about 21 days. We're going to see 20 days. We'll see the first day they met, and each one of them usually gets to bring something from their home. So we'll find out what they brought for their survival. Then we'll revisit each team 10 days later and see how they're doing. Then we'll revisit them 20 days later and see how they're doing. So we won't have a winner today. You'll have to come back another week to see who the winner is. But let's bring out team number 1. And this is going to be Clifton and Kaylee. And I'm going to minimize myself and watch from the side. And let's listen in on their conversation and what they brought from their home. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Cliff, and I brought a roll of toilet paper because I have a lot of nosebleeds, and I kind of need something sterile to put up there.
Okay, I brought my most fave lip gloss. It's got SPF and everything because I know it's probably going to get hot. So I figured I'd keep my lips nice and smooth and super kissable. That way they don't get burnt and scaly like some of the things out here. So I'm just like really looking forward to just basically getting tan and, you know, just kind of having fun. Yeah, I don't know about the toilet paper, how long that's going to last. Did you bring
If we ration it enough, it should last the whole time.
Okay,
well,
so
let's
like
see if they can make it last the whole time. Let's bring in team number 2, Jason and Rachel, and see what they brought from home on their first day of meeting.
Well, I feel this should go without saying, right? It doesn't really need an explanation. I brought my remote control. Okay, I guess I need to explain. A remote control perpetually exists in 2 states. lost, or found. If we do get lost, because of this and the natural forces of the universe, we will be found. Period. We're going to win.
As usual, Jason.
What?
You're such a you know it all. I brought a mortar and pestle. And for those of you ignorami who are out there in Wonderland, I'm an herbalist by trade. So a mortar and pestle, basically, if we're in the woods, I can take this little pestle, I can knead the herbs that we need from the earth. I usually have to order them online from Amazon, but now I'm going to be out here with nature, and I'll be able to grind these things, whether it's for any kind of illness, any kind of stomach ache, food want to eat, etc. And also the mortar and pestle are extremely heavy, so I can crack somebody over the head or hit a wild boar if we need to get something to eat. I've got a weapon. Food, preparation, weapon. Duels.
Well, let's see how they're going to be doing 10 days later with a weapon like that. Now we're going to go to our third team, Amari and Jennifer, who have to take on Alyssa, whose partner was run over by a Mack truck in the parking lot before we started.
So I like to call myself the queen of clean, okay? Because I don't touch anything unless I sanitized it first, all right? So I brought with me a nice little scrubber so I can just scrub people down. And don't, because people are naked and I'm just like, you know what I mean? I also brought some dish soap in case you need to clean some rocks, you know, or you throw them at somebody or eat off them or something. Also brought some other spray cleaner. Can work as a weapon too. I can spray people in the face.
Oh, dear, that was so thoughtful of you.
Yeah.
I brought everybody some fresh baked cookies that I packaged up. I tried a few to make sure that they were delicious enough for everyone. And I also brought some colored pencils and markers so we could write down our feelings, and if we can't use words, we could use pictures.
My partner died. I brought Miralax. I have bowel problems.
Okay, I'm gonna need more dish soap. I gotta figure something out.
Sweetheart, you're rocking back and forth. Are you feeling okay?
Yeah. Are you feeling okay?
I think she's gonna throw up. I'm ready. It's fine. I got it.
Do you want to draw what
Well, let's check back with them in 10 days. Now let's go to our first team again, Clifton and Kaylee, and see how they're doing 10 days later.
I'm kind of glad that we've rationed this so well because we still have about half a roll left. It's good. I kind of wish you would stop trying to smear me with your lip gloss.
It's good if you try it instead of just being all about your paper and.
I mean,
Why
it's just
are you
the
so
nosebleed.
critical?
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be critical. I was just trying to. Oh, that bug bite's starting to feel weird. Ow.
If you
Ow.
just try it, you would like it. But I don't want to share with you anyways, Clifton.
Okay.
Wow, let's check back with them in 10 days and see if they're still alive. Let's go to Team 2, Jason and Rachel, and see how they're doing 10 days later.
No, those herbs. God. Why won't you listen to me?
I'm listening to you, okay?
God.
We're having a little bit of an allergic reaction. I plucked some herbs from the earth, which is supposed to help us, and I've been grinding them down, and I gave some to him because his stomach was feeling weird, and I don't know, I didn't take these particular herbs, but
Great. Good. You're picking up new skills, huh? New skills when our lives depend on it. When all we need is to trust
Shut
it.
up!
When all we need.
Shut up before I crack you over the head with this mortar and pestle. Don't you see I'm trying to help you? Look at me, I'm itching. I'm already getting bitten by something. Shut up!
Big help.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, let's check back with them in 10 more days and see if they're still alive or he's dead. Amari, Jennifer, and Alyssa, let's see how that team's doing 10 days later.
You guys aren't gonna eat him. I cleaned him and he's mine.
Dear, that's your lovey. That's not food, dear.
You're not gonna eat them. I'm gonna eat them first. There.
No! Get back! Get back! We should have never picked her up. We should have never let her be part of our team. She stole my crown.
If you eat him, I eat you too.
Okay.
It's okay.
Let me sing you a lullaby.
Oh, wow. Let's check back in 10 days and see how they're doing. Let's go back to our first team now. We're 20 days in. This is Kaylee and Clifton.
I really don't appreciate you stabbing me with a stick here.
Well, I really didn't appreciate you blaming the toilet paper situation on me.
You lit it on fire. I don't even know how you got fire started. I'm so done. My sinuses have cleared. That's how mad I am right now.
Oh, well, isn't this trip just going so well for Clifton, yet you still find a reason to complain?
Yeah.
Wow.
You know,
Let's check back with Team 2 and see how they're doing. Jason and Rachel, 20 days in.
I can configure this into a shortwave radio. Look, you just put down the goddamn. Just find me a reverse polarity micro tweezer scanner. Just do something useful.
I'm itching. Oh my God. Is there some kind of mold on this thing? And I rubbed and I put this stupid pestle on this stuff and it's not making it better. It's making. Give me the remote.
About the mold.
Give me the remote. Give me the remote. Look at my neck.
Okay, let's check back with team number 3 before she kills him. Amaria, Jennifer, and Alyssa. Here we are.
I ate him. And he wasn't clean.
It's okay, sweetheart. I know. It's okay. Here.
Are those berries? Is it berries? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, some decoration.
Oh my gosh.
No berries for you.
Okay, well, that was Naked and Afraid, and that was our show. Let's bring all the cast back in, looking their finest. Remember what they looked like when the show started? Now look at them all. They're all crazy people. Oh, that was a great show. Let's introduce Rachel, looking the best she's looked today. Here we go. There's Rachel. And Jason.
Thanks, everyone.
Amaria.
Hi, guys.
Jennifer.
Thanks for watching. It was fun.
She looks like the Target dog. Kaylee.
This is the best I've looked in months.
You cleaned up quickly. Clifton.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes the heart surgery scar comes in handy.
And Alyssa.
Thanks for watching. I might have some bowel movement issues now.
I'm Ken Scove. This team will be back in 4 weeks. You can watch all their shows at 3 p.m. on LAC Comedy. Just check Sunday, 3 p.m. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. We'll see you in 4 weeks with this same cast and a few additional people.